A graveyard on a summer's night, the spectres dance in sheer delight, and down a moonbeam slides a ginger cat in plimsolls and a paper hat. I'm dead, he cried. My name was Ben. I had 9 lives and just spent 10. And now I am a ghostly cat in plimsolls and a paper hat. Tell us, Ben, the spectres cried, the different ways in which you died. Gather round me then, said Ben, and I'll tell you where and when. The first time I fell down the well, no one near to hear me yell. How did you escape, they said, when you'd been given up for dead? Aha, I found a bucket, said the cat, and so I went to sleep in that. And then a local farmer's daughter pulled it up to get some water. Lucky to escape from that in plimsolls and a paper hat. The second time, it's still quite clear, I found a fish head on the pier and took it in my mouth with glee. Then someone threw it in the sea. They were using it as bait. I really thought I'd met my fate. How did you escape, they said, when you'd been given up for dead? I met a catfish in the sea who rather liked the look of me and pulled me by my ginger tail to the shore, all cold and pale. Lucky to escape from that plimsolls and a paper hat. The third time nearly was my end. Upon a rooftop with a friend, I slipped right down a chimney pot and down towards my doom I shot. How did you escape, they said, when you'd been given up for dead? But for the soot, I would have died. They had a chimney sweep inside, and as his brush swept up the flue, back I popped as good as new. Hello there. Lucky to escape from that in plimsolls and a paper hat. The fourth time, in a castle cellar, I met a rat, enormous fella. Each eye redder than a ruby. Was I frightened? Wouldn't you be? How did you escape, they said, when you'd been given up for dead? I hid behind a wooden log and howled and barked just like a dog. You should have seen him run. I chased him half a mile for fun. He never knew I was a cat in plimsolls and a paper hat. The fifth time, on an evening stroll, I came across a rabbit hole, and being curious, popped inside, and sitting there, a fox I spied. How did you escape, they said, when you'd been given up for dead? I said, dear fox, I've just come here to warn you that the hunt is near. Thank you, cat, the fox replied, but for you I might have died. I have a friend for life, a cat in plimsolls and a paper hat. The sixth time was on Beachy Head, sleeping on a disused bed. When I awoke, I went quite stiff, for I was falling off the cliff. How did you escape, they said, when you'd been given up for dead? I got 4 corners of a sheet and held on with my hands and feet. And as the cliff was out of reach, I parachuted to the beach. La 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 la. Lucky to escape from that in Plimsolls and a paper hat. The 7th time was in a house. The owner hoped I'd catch a mouse. He said, that's all I'll get to eat. Alas, there were no mice to meet. How did you escape, they said, when you had been given up for dead? The doors were locked. I nearly died. Then a paint pot I espied. Jumped in his bedroom painted white. He yelled and ran into the night. Lucky to escape from that in Plimsolls and a paper hat. 8 or 9 lives lost together in a nasty bout of weather. For in the hail and snow and rain I was swept off down a drain. Oh, how did you escape, they said, when you had been given up for dead? Lost down below a London street, a great big turtle did I meet. Been in drains since he was small and knew his way around them all. You were lucky to escape from that in Plimsolls and a paper hat. And now we come to number 10, which really was the end of Ben. I caught the cat flu. How? Don't ask it. And died whilst sleeping in my basket. Now all my lives have gone, he said. Alas, at last, I'm really dead. Then up the moonbeam climbed the cat in Plimsolls and a paper hat.
With foxes abroad, few ducks can afford to leave a new egg in a nest. And should they do so, they usually go for his duck eggs that foxes like best. And Desmond the duck had awfully bad luck, even before he was born. While still in his egg, with his nose on his leg, a fox came and took him at dawn. Unaware of his plight and the subsequent flight of the fox with the egg he had snatched, Desmond tapped on his shell and let out a yell, for he thought it was time he was hatched. The fox was surprised, and in front of his eyes a small beak appeared through a crack. Then a head, then a leg appeared from the egg, then Desmond, who fell on his back. "Look, Mummy," he said, "there's a bump on my head, but I couldn't wait there any longer. And now I've been born, would you please keep me warm and take care of me till I am stronger?" The fox shook his head. "I'm sorry," he said. "I'm a fox, you're a duck that's right out of luck, and I'm taking you home for a snack." Said Desmond, "All right, I can do with a bite, but first, can you answer my question? What are these at my back, and why can't you quack?" Said the fox, "You upset my digestion. I'll take you back home, my heart isn't stone, and life as a duck can be fun. On the rivers and lakes you can play ducks and drakes, quite often I've wished I were one." Said Desmond, "Hooray, what fun, come and play, anytime you're passing and bored." Said the fox with a smile, "It'll be a long while, for foxes are always abroad."
The rat looks quite a swell and lives in London docks. He wears a battered bowler hat and knee-length yellow socks. And once he wore a driving glove just to wave to friends. But alas, he has no car, for Ronald just pretends. He's not a millionaire at all, just a dockside rat. But you'd never guess when he wears his glove and socks and bowler hat. He's even got a dancing shoe polished up a treat. Listen to his tap routine up and down the street.
The haggis season has begun. All over Scotland every gun is taken down with loving care. Though some prefer the haggis snare, for haggis are a wily lot. That's why they are so seldom shot.
Where the haggis, I hooray, will live until next hot Monday.
Then hidden in the Highland heather, great hairy clansmen crouch together, and having laid the haggis bait, a lifelike haggis on a plate, one cries out loudly, "There the new!" which means the haggis is in view.
Where the haggis, I hooray, will live until next hot Monday.
It's flying upside down and low. The guns all fire, but they're too slow. Although it's rather old and fat, they're awful hard to hit like that. As it flies off in the mists, great hairy clansmen shake their fists and scream their curses to the crags, stamp on empty haggis bags, and so the haggis get away to live until next Christmas Day. Come back, you little flying! And that's the reason it is so rare, this strange traditional Scottish fare.
Where the haggis, I hooray, it's hogmanay on Christmas Day. Where the haggis, I hooray, will live until next hot Monday. Where the haggis, I hooray, will live until next hot Monday. Where the haggis, I hooray, will live until next hot Monday. Where the haggis, I hooray, will live until next hot Monday.
Young Dennis the Dormouse was frightfully frail and hated to hear a hinge squeak. And should a door slam at the height of a gale, he'd retire to his bed for a week. A rattly old chain would give him a jolt, and he'd get wobbly knees and go pale. And even the sound of a softly drawn bolt made him cover his ears with his tail. So he searched round the house for a small can of oil and a couple of sticks and some twine, which he made into stilts with much labour and toil. Now Dennis the Dormouse is fine, for he's oiled the locks of each room in the house, all the bolts and the hinges as well. And everything now is as quiet as a mouse. What a pity he can't reach the bell.
Herbert the Hedgehog lived on a hill, and his home had a wonderful view of swans in a lake who loved eating cake that picnickers quite often threw. On hot summer days, young Herbert would gaze at the children down there having fun, for he loved watching kites, and some flew to great heights, and oh, how he wished that he had won. Herbert the Hedgehog, search and you'll find him still, when the days ended and people packed up their baskets to wend their way home, young Herbert would sigh and wave them goodbye, but it's not much fun living alone. But he had things to do, for spoiling the view was the litter left by one and all. So Herbert would climb to the top of his hill and curl himself up in a ball. Then down he would rush like a little brown brush, and the paper would stick on his spikes. Then he'd dig with his feet a hole to be neat, for its litter a hedgehog dislikes. So next time you picnic, perhaps by a lake, and you think there's a wonderful view, remember a hedgehog who worked very hard to tidy the place up for you. Herbert the hedgehog, certain you'll find him still. Herbert the hedgehog, address number to the hill. Herbert the hedgehog, certain you'll find him still. Herbert the hedgehog, address number to the hill. Herbert the hedgehog, certain you'll find him still.